Really wish I had some pumping music to be playing right now because this is just silent, awkward opening, huh? Welcome, my friends. Happy Friday to my lovely people out there. Thank you so much for joining me here, coming with me to talk some movie news. I have missed you guys, and we've got so much to discuss. Oh, it's great to see. What a wonderful day. Oh, can't wait till we say that again. Poppy Chris, where are you? I here. I aquí in Dallas, Texas. Zip code brick. Decipher that, homie. Uh, oh yeah, that definitely. I'm gonna have to probably do this live stream quick. I'm already seeing some of y'all bring up the Tyson fight. Yeah, I want to see Mike Tyson take out some Jakey Paul. So, hey, if at one point I have to cut this short, you know why. And, I was supposed to be part of that fight. Yeah, your boy was supposed to be there. I was gonna fight heavy spoilers. Chicken wouldn't sign the contract. That's Paul for you. Unsubscribe to him and subscribe to me. The Riz God. Oh, who told you about my nickname? Come on now. It is so great to be here with you guys. So, we've got a lot to discuss. Let me run through the topics that we have. Some of the things we're going to be discussing here in today's live stream is, I can't believe, a Popeye horror movie, and not the chicken place, although I would take that kind of movie too. Little Mermaid horror movie. Coca Cola using AI in their ads. Are we cooked, chat? We might be cooked. Fantastic Four, an official plot has landed online, giving us a better idea of the movie. That Scarecrow, big old Easter egg in the Penguin. Have they finally casted Scarecrow in Matt Reeves as the Batman? I gotta talk about that. This scary movie update. It was so close to being part of today's side flick, but I just needed to talk about it longer here with you guys because it looks like our boy Michael Myers might be being made fun of in the new scary movie, and that's exciting. FNAF, so many FNAF news, okay? I'm gonna try not to get too spoilery in it, but we got casting details, possibility of what's going down in it. We're gonna get into that here, and of course, Sonic Movie 3, our look at Robotnik in his fully realized costume 3 movies later. Oh, that's gonna be glorious here. So it is just nice to see. You know what? Since I brought it up, let me bring it up. Someone said, "Yo, Chris, thoughts on the Mike Tyson fight?" I wish I could do a Mike Tyson accent. I can't. Oh, what is that? I can't do it. It's just a fighter. So I'm gonna knock that kid out, and it's not gonna be pretty. Is that a good Tyson? That was not a good Tyson. You could be honest with me. Look, I grew up watching a lot of boxing because my dad is so into boxing. Like, he's even keeping up with the Jake Paul and everything. I remember last time I was having breakfast with him a couple weeks ago. He was like, so who's this Jake Paul? What's he about? Because he just follows boxing that closely. And if someone like Mike Tyson is fighting, he wants to understand why it's happening. But he feels like, and I agree, it makes the sport look like a joke. But at the same time, none of these other fights are getting that many views unless you have Canelo fighting somebody. The views aren't there, so it's like something has to happen to get it. But I don't want the sport to be made a mockery. But also, I really hope it's not rigged. That's my only thing. I do not want this fight to be rigged. If Mike Tyson took a deal to be like, all right, look, we know you can knock out Jake within 2 minutes, but we bought a lot of advertising dollars, so we need you to make it last the full 8 rounds, which is, I think, what they're doing instead of 12. I'd be pissed. I do not want to see Tyson just carrying Jake. I want to see him just buy him again. Go back to that ferocity, and we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know. You see, I'm not going to argue with you. I so kind of believe that it might be rigged. Like, how is it not when this much money? Like, what happens is the fight is 2 minutes long or 30 seconds. What then? Like, what happens to all those advertising dollars? They don't just get it going or all that. But I don't know. I definitely think it's rigged. But we'll see tonight. We'll see tonight, guys. But that's not what we came here to talk about. We came here to talk about some movie news. And so, let's see if I have time to do this. I wanted to do this as part of the opening for Side Flick, but just so I can get everything, I didn't. I want to start off before we get into some topics with a little unboxing. Something came in the mail I've been dying to open, and now's the perfect time. You ready, guys? I'm afraid I'm a little sick. I've been hit with the Mind Goblin. Anybody want to know what the Mind Goblin is? You want to ask me straight up? Mind Goblin eat nuts? Oh boy, Marvel Legends. One of the many great things about Spider-Man No Way Home is that it got us the licensing to be able to use or to be able to buy products of those characters from the Sam Raimi movies, right, Doctor? I mean, I got the Hot Toys right behind me, a Sandman and a Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin. I never in a million years thought they would be releasing something like this. Maybe a lot of you also got it. That is also the real question we are going to have to figure out. Will it fit, though? I am notorious for having a big melon. Will the Mind Goblin be able to handle my brain-rotted goblin? We'll find out. And it's not just that, babies and girls. We also got ourselves the Goblin bombs. The Goblin. I really hope I do not need to put batteries in this, because that's just going to ruin the anticipation of everything going on here today. So let's just start off with some Goblin bombs, and we can recreate the infamous Willem Dafoe pose where he's holding oranges, because Willem Dafoe is just like that. So already they're available. You can get them on Amazon. On that, this is not sponsored. It's just, come on, it's Toby Spider-Man merch. We got to talk about it, right? All right, let's look at this thing. Well, pretty simple packaging there. Really easy. Not much else. It's kind of just the ball, and look at it. Oh, dude, look at that. That is some good detail. Now, it's obviously made out of plastic. I think it was like 20 bucks, maybe 25. That's honestly a great deal. I'll double check, but dude, this looks great. I'm very happy with it. It feels heavy too. You know, I would say about like pound and a half. Now, let me figure out if I got to put batteries in it, because right now I'm pushing this button and it's not doing anything, and your boy is getting a little scared. I never want to be the guy that has to read instructions, and even worse, if this thing requires screws to open, well, I'm screwing you, creator at Hasbro. That's right. I just threatened you with that. So let's actually go with some instructions here, which, you know, Oscorp and their wonderful wisdom. So looking at it here, oh my God, it does require screws. That's great. That's wonderful. So, we'll just, I guess I'll have to do it after the stream, because it's gonna be so annoying if I stop right now to go do all that. But hey, this active, it lights up. I think it's awesome. Is it 20 bucks? I could double check. I remember it being fairly affordable as opposed to the helmet. So let me just quickly look at that up for you guys. That way I can give you the right information. All right, so the Marvel Legends Goblin bomb. Let's see. Okay, 40 bucks. All right, 40 bucks. So my bad. I just double it at this economy, right? This is just what we have to deal with. I don't know. 40 bucks I think is affordable for what you get, and I have seen videos of where it lights up and it looks pretty cool. If I go and get a screw and then run around the house for AA batteries, then that's the stream. So I'll cut in the clips channel. I'll cut to with this being on and open so you guys could see that. But hey, let's open the helmet now, man. Let's open this thing up and see if it's gonna look good. Go get batteries, please. You know what? I'll message my lady and see if she can handle the task. It's for Marvel's Legends. They do not come with their own stands, and well, the Iron Man helmets kind of sit up just fine the way they are. I can pop those in just to show you guys. I love the War Machine helmet I have. I just always like the War Machine colors. Paint job's always nice. Okay. Oh boy, this is big. Come on, it's gonna fit my head. There's no way it doesn't. Man, this thing is a beaut. This thing is gorgeous. Oh my God, it's got panels and everything. Oh my God. Okay, let's just pop that to the side for now. Let's get this showing off on. Look at this. Oh, okay. Maybe I do pop the panels in. Come on, we can't just show it like that. These are the Oscorp secrets, all right? My father died on a blade for those secrets. Your father died. Oh, it's the ears too. Okay, so just pop that in. Very easy stuff. Thank you, Oscorp. I hate doing this on camera. I should have just opened it off camera, I know, but I just thought the unboxing process would be better. Oh, look at that ear. That is a nice ear. This paint job, look at those eyes. Those eyes are reflective, baby. You could probably see all my information there. Got it straight from Oscorp. Let me put on the other ear. That way we complete this process. I'm so curious if it'll fit my head. It better. I think the Iron Man helmets fit, but then again, I have not tried putting them on in quite a few years. I usually just use them as a display piece. Those might not be fitting me like they used to. Okay. Almost got it. Just gotta pop it into place. Come on now. You're embarrassing me, Mind Goblin. There we go. All right. All right, moment of truth, guys. Okay, good. They thought about this. They thought about this. They knew I was big-headed. I don't think this is gonna work. Maybe I could just pop this part off all the way. Let's see how far this... Oh, it extends out pretty much. Like a lot. Oh, no way! I did it! It fits! Oh my god, it fits! No way! Oh my god, I think it's gonna be stuck. How do I take it off? It fits! Oh, dude, that's pretty tight. What if I just do the whole stream like this? Dude, this is dope. I don't know if you guys can even hear me. You spun your last web, Spider-Man. MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time. Cause I'm gonna show her my yacht, Spider-Man. Dude, this thing is so cool. Dude, this deserves some poses. Dude, this thing is crazy. I love it. Spider-Man. Yo, man, Yo, if it fits my head, it's gonna fit your head, okay? This thing is awesome. That's pretty good. Just showing it off for you guys. All right, I gotta open the other Goblin Bomb. And then we're recreating the Willem Dafoe pose. Oh, geez, I just lost the thing. This is a miracle, guys. I usually don't get to enjoy things like this because my head has gotten progressively large. But thank you, Marvel Legends, for thinking of us big-headed fans. I can't believe it fit. It's starting to fog up. I can't see anything. If I do a whole stream like this, it'll be crazy. All right. I got the other Goblin Bomb. Let's do this. All right. I hit the pose. People on the Reddit, you know what to do. Oh. And then Okay, I'm actually really scared to take it off because it locked on pretty good. Okay, good. Oh. That purchase was so worth it. I don't even remember how much it was. I think it's definitely in the $100 range. But if you're at all thinking about it, guys, I recommend it. This thing is awesome. Very, very happy. Oh, it was hot in there. It was quite hot. That's an awfully hot Goblin helmet. Let me see the stand it comes in so I can just prop it for the rest of the stream. Pretty simple stand. One mistake they did make that I saw some people were talking about, sweating for real. Leave me alone, okay? Jeez. Is they got the Oscorp logo wrong. They used the Oscorp logo from the Insomniac games. This isn't the Oscorp logo from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, so let me get that back up there. Also, let's see how much the helmet is. Let's see. Marvel Legends Goblin helmet. Oh, dude, it's on sale right now at Target, 93 bucks. I'm not gonna lie, that's an awesome deal. Again, not sponsored, I don't get any money for doing any of this. Come on, how do I not show off something like this? 93 bucks for this helmet? That's a great deal, guys. It is gorgeous. I think like before Marvel Legends did this, people on Etsy would charge you like $300-400. So that's insane. Let me just see. Oscorp logo, Sam Raimi. So the logo was like a little bit more simplified. This is the logo of the Insomniac verse. Not that big of a deal, not really a deal breaker or anything like that. Again, for almost $100, I don't care. You could have put in Bruce Wayne Enterprises on that. Like, this thing is awesome. So let's prop this up and then continue the stream, guys. Let's see. How does this go? Houston, we have a problem. Maybe I have to put it in the way my head goes in. That's a mystery for another time. That's a mystery for another time. Right there, baby. Woo! Mind gobbling these nuts? Okay, let's just pretend I'm not sweaty, I'm not hot, I'm not out of breath. I'm a Chad who's in shape. And we're moving on, chat. Thank you guys for watching me through that. That was a lot of fun. Just blew up the studio with a goblin bomb. That was perfect. All right, so thank you for that. I just thought that was fun to get into. We're doing that, so now let's move on. Someone said check the Reddit. Have they already post the thing I was wanting to? The Green Goblin or the Green Ogre? 3C's actual height when he's not in the chair. I was on my knees. In fact, no, I wasn't on my knees. You remember in school when they would make you do that fitness test and they're like, all right, arch your back. That's what I was doing. I'm actually on my hips in this position like a snake. So way taller, way taller. Okay, they got it. Oh, geez. What are we doing? These are some big melons. Poppy noticed VIP. What is going on? What has been happening on? I'm scared to scroll. But if some of you were curious, this was the Willem Dafoe oranges meme. I think it's oranges. Yeah, he's holding oranges. I don't know. I don't know the context. I don't know why. But that's what I was recreating. I could swear someone just said, hey, hold these oranges like the goblin bombs. And he's like, I did it. Goblin bombing it up. Okay, we got fun out of the way. It's time to get into some topics here. So let's just go on. Said, bro, what is wrong with your Reddit? Hey, I let the people run it and we have fun, but it is infected with brain rot. I apologize. Okay, let's start off with this Popeye thing. I just saw this earlier today because I was just perplexed. I did not know what to think of it. So somebody tagged me, which thank you, by the way. We'll find you in the comment section. We got our first look at a Popeye horror movie that's described as raunchy and a gory slasher. Not gonna lie, I was kind of sick and tired of these innocent cartoon characters turned horror because it's just getting overplayed. The only one I'm like super looking forward to now is the Pinocchio one, just because of the animatronic that we talked about a week or two back. But when you said gory slasher and it's Popeye and this is what he looks like, I don't mind Goblin eating nuts. I think I might be into this. I might check it out. It is all going to depend on the quality because we hear these horror movies every other week, sometimes every other month, and when we see the trailer, they made it on $50. They got a Kickstarter or a Patreon something, and they spent $50 on the production. And so, if that's what this is gonna look like, you can keep it. It might as well be spinach to me, although I do enjoy spinach. Again, if some of you, because it is a little past my time, so it's probably past your time, if you don't remember Popeye the Sailor Man, well, you need to educate yourself. I wish I could do a Popeye. That's just mumbling. But popular cartoon. His thing was he would eat spinach and gain muscles and beat up and save the lady. It was a popular thing. There was a Robin Williams movie made. It was a popular cartoon. I remember seeing bits and pieces of it growing up. I never saw like full things. I know of the character. So I wonder who is this even going to appeal to? Because you say Pinocchio horror movie, most kids know Pinocchio. You say Little Mermaid horror movie, which that's the other new one that came out, but this one's actually by Lionsgate. So I'm like, this is a real movie. This isn't just some $50 production. This has Lionsgate attached to it. Yeah, people go, oh, okay. See, Disney meets Lovecraft in Lionsgate, a real studio, not this, fake studio that her friends got together and put some money in. No, Lionsgate, the people who put out the Saw movies, who I think they also put out Borderlands, which really isn't a high praise, but they put out movies with actual money. There is a Little Mermaid horror movie. Let me see what it says here. As the relationship intensifies, she leads Eric deeper into her evil underwater world until he must choose between true love and the destruction of all humanity. What have I done? I should have never have talked about these horror movies. I should have never have gave them views and thoughts, because now we have to suffer with talking about one every freaking week. Now, I play you the trailer, but since this is an actual studio, Lionsgate, they will copy strike me, because they have before in the past. Lionsgate just does that. So I'm just gonna bounce around. Even though this is by a real studio, it still doesn't look all that high quality to me. It looks more than the average, like first Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey movie, but it's still lacking. Like this looks like it was filmed on a DSLR they bought from Best Buy. So I'm surprised Lionsgate picked this up and was trying to do something with it. I would like to see the comment section. I wonder what people are saying about this and how they feel. Mom, I want to watch The Little Mermaid. Parent, accidentally placed this version. Okay, I give that 2 out of 10. We'll be finding this in the $5 bin in Walmart very soon. Okay, are you accusing my new girlfriend of being a mermaid? Put it in the lower. Okay, so yeah, people are not buying it. I doubt this is going to make money, and I think it's going straight to VOD. No way that, yeah, it's on digital. So not getting a theatrical release. Digital December 17th, if you're curious at all. I'd say between the two, I'm more curious about the Popeye, because that actually is a property you could easily see go horror movie. It's a guy who's basically roided out and with a punch can make your head explode if you wanted to. That's a kind of a cool horror movie. We've never had a slasher where his literal weapon is just his fist. Yeah, Michael or Leatherface will sometimes choke a person, but have they ever made someone's head explode by just a punch? I bet you Popeye can do it, bro. So, I don't know. Bro is so bored of the trailer, he's rating the comments. Yeah, if you watch that trailer, it is just the most, I hate saying this because it's such a cliche, but it looks like a Chat GPT put together movie, and I save that type of insult for real monstrosity. So we'll see, man. But why is Popeye more jacked than The Rock? Hey, because he needs to be. It's ass. Oh, yeah. So I don't know. This is obviously a prosthetic too, unless they found a guy who's that big, which would be awesome. So we'll see, guys. I'll check it out for the funsies if it's actually worth talking about. But I'm just not interested in these anymore, man. Like, what else can you do? How about someone take these horror characters and make them kid-friendly? Someone do something fun like that. Let's mix it up a bit. Or turn it into an action franchise. I don't know. So, we'll see. I just thought it was worth bringing up because some of you guys were tagging me in it. So, that's one story of letting you know that we're cooked, chat. Let's get into the next one. We know AI is becoming a very prevalent thing especially when it comes to studios uh, using it to make their movies and stuff. Well, unfortunately, one of my favorite soda brands has now entered the race. Coca Cola has released an ad. You know, because the Coca Cola Christmas ads, iconic. Okay. One of the reasons I drink a Coke in the winter is because I love this depiction, this marketing of Santa, the Coke sign. Like, it's a cold beverage, yet in the winter they make it feel like it's a refreshing treat in the cold. That takes some skill points. Okay, coffee, you could easily do it. Hot chocolate, you could easily do it. Try convincing someone who's icy cold, you want an icy cold Coke? But these Coca-Cola ads manage to do it. And so every year we wait for those heartwarming ads and see what kind of cool things they do and how they can make us feel warm inside. They just threw it into a generator. This is the ad. I'm not going to play the sound, but you'll get the idea from it. This is all AI generated. Like, those faces are horrifying, and it's just sad. This is what things have come to. And, you know, anytime I talk about AI, because there's a lot of younger people in here, they don't see the big deal. They don't, treat it. And I think it's so funny because I've always said this AI phenomenon is my older generation, is my generation of back in my day, we wouldn't use this AI bullcrap. We'd make movies the real way, you know? I think that's what people were saying when they transitioned from like practical effects to using CGI and green screens everywhere. There was some guy sitting in his room going, yeah, back in my day, we put a guy on a real horse, okay? He did real stunts. He got injured and possibly died like a man. This green screen safety, bullcrap, bullcrap. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm hip. I'm young. I could stick with the times. Nope. They got me. This is the stuff I'm going to be saying. Back in my day, smiles didn't look creepy and forced. You're telling me these are fake people. These are not real people. These are created. There should be an uncanny valley thing kind of triggering your brain right now. So, okay, so there's that aspect of it. I just don't like that. But I also think it's almost insulting because there's no effort. It's literally just throw in a bunch of their previous ads into a machine, say, make us a new one, boom, you crap it out. To me, AI videos like this is the equivalent of you taking a poop. Takes no effort, it stinks. Trying to think of another analogy. And sadly, it's not going away. You're going to continue pooping until the end of time because that's just what we got. And the sad part is about this is I don't even think studios want to have to use it, but it's become a race now. So I don't know if you guys saw, I think I did post about it, which I won't play the whole clip, but Jason Blum, remember, he got in trouble a couple weeks back because he said Blumhouse is going to be experimenting with AI. They've gotten together a couple of artists and people to see how it works, what they can do with it, yada yada like that. And the whole day was dedicated to just making fun of Blumhouse and saying how far they've fallen. Of course, they're going to use AI. Da 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 da. And then Jason Blum the next day responded to it. Sorry, it was a couple weeks ago. So I'm like really having. There we go. This is the video if you want to find it. And honestly, I think his explanation was pretty solid, even if I don't agree with him doing this, because I'm very much against using AI for filmmaking. But basically, he boiled it down to is, I don't know how this works. I don't know what you're capable of doing with AI. All I know, and he didn't say this part, but it's heavily implied, all I know is all my competitors are using AI. I would be kind of stupid not to use it. And so that's kind of the thing. I don't think these studios want to be the AI studio, but they're afraid to be Blockbuster. They're afraid to ignore it, say, I don't want to use this technology. And then in 5-10 years, when it's so advanced that these commercials no longer look creepy, that they actually are passable for real media, the studio that decided not to touch it, they just signed their death wish. They just signed their grave. They're off like Blockbuster because, hey, Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix. Blockbuster had the chance to get into the streaming game, and they thought, nah, people are always going to want to come into stores and pay overprice for one movie and then return it the next day. That's always going to be the way things are. Where's Blockbuster now? Where are they at now? Pick up your dead friend, homie, because he dead. That's where they are. So again, I hate it. I am not advocating for it, but I looking at it from a business perspective where you have to be heartless. If I'm a company and I'm seeing all my other competitors are using it and they're starting to get good with it, I'm worried. Oh, dude, I'm about to be. If I don't start doing it myself, I'm gonna be left behind. So I think that's kind of the mentality. But it is just sick to see a company you love start to do it because it's just there's no effort in this. It's just lazy. So I know I doesn't like the preachy side, but I just thought it's still a worthy conversation because they're not gonna. It's not going away. Like we're within our lifetime, there's gonna be the fully AI movie, and we're gonna see who buys a ticket from it, who actually likes it, what happens, and honestly, 30 years from now, all movies could be AI, and that's even more sad, man. One day you're gonna have AI Chris. Would you like AI Chris? AI Chris isn't gonna struggle to put on a goblin mask, get sweaty, and then lie about it on stream. Nah, that AI is gonna be a little too perfect. So yeah, I just brought that up because that's sad, man. Gonna have to stop drinking my Coke Zeros for a little bit, and then the addiction kicks back in, and I go back into buying it. Coke, do better, do better. Okay, let's move on now to this Fantastic Four news because we got a new plot synopsis for the Fantastic Four. So let's talk about that. Fantastic Four. So we're all eagerly anticipating Marvel's Fantastic Four. I can't wait to see it. Well, Marvel today put out kind of like a first look, sent out emails to press and whatnot. And in that first look for the Fantastic Four, which was just kind of like a photo like this, they also attached a bit of a synopsis. So let's read what it says. This isn't spoilers. This isn't the movie beat for beat. This is just an accurate depiction of the basic story. So don't worry about spoilers. So let's read it. This is also my first time reading it. I haven't even read it. Set against the vibrant backdrop of the 1960s inspired retro futuristic world, the Fantastic Four First Steps introduces Marvel's first family, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, no longer Invisible Girl. She is now a woman, which means I can ask her out. Johnny Storm, Human Torch, and Ben Grimm, the Thing, as they face their most daunting challenge yet, forced to balance their roles as hero with the strength of their family bond. They must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, Julia Gardner. And if Galactus plans to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. I wonder what that personal thing is. I'm thinking Galactus is probably kidnapping their son because there's been a lot of rumors that Sue Storm and Reed Richards' son, Franklin Richards, will be part of the movie. And he's a very powerful character in the MCU comics, so Galactus might see that and go, hey, I can make you a herald of my Galactus, and you'd be even more powerful, kid. So I'm thinking that might be it, and I think that also goes towards the title, First Steps, a little baby born, his first steps. I like it. I can't wait. There's so much about this movie that I think is interesting. We talked about a couple weeks back. Like, the Fantastic Four are celebrities in this universe. They are the only ones that have superpowers. They're the only heroes, and because of this, they're celebrities in their world, and they're loved and thought upon. This is fan art, but this is a basic idea of what it's going to look like. Just that futuristic city and all that. So I'm curious about how Marvel is going to handle the celebrity side, but also, how does this movie end? You know, people have got their predictions. They either save the Earth, their planet, or they lose it. And I think since we obviously know they are eventually going to end up in our main Marvel's timeline, I'm thinking Galactus wins, right? Galactus has to win by the end of this movie. And maybe them being superhero celebrities goes to their head and they're like, oh, we just lost our home. Dang. All right, what's going on here? And then maybe that's how they come, or I'm still so curious how they're going to explain the merging of the worlds, right? Because after Secret Wars, we're merging these universes. Fantastic Four will always be here. The X-Men always existed. Miles Morales possibly in there. Who knows? Like, I'm curious about all that. Hearing that, it sounds good. I'm into it. I like that plot. Let's just get a trailer out now, man. They saying they're wrapping up filming in the next couple of weeks. I know that the guy who's voicing Galactus just posted this photo of a wrapping gift, but he misspoke. He hasn't wrapped yet. He still has a week on there. So we'll see. Oh, Excelsior too. That's nice little Stan Lee shout out. So I'm liking it. I'm down with it. Let's continue on to the next movie news story. Let's go into the world of DC, the Batman. So I think everybody has been in a happy, good mood if you're a Batman fan, because the Penguin was peak all the way through, made us very happy. I'm still just like, man. And the Batman 2 hasn't even started filming. They don't have a script. They don't have cast members. We're really going to have to wait 2, maybe 3 years for this movie. And I'm like, damn, let's hurry it up, Matt Reeves. I want to see this thing. But while we're waiting, fans did spot a very interesting Easter egg that I'm surprised took us this long. Take that, new rock stars and heavy spoilers. Looks like you don't catch anything, do you? I'm still relevant too. No, just kidding. But people saw in episode 4, there was a Scarecrow Easter egg that I'm like, how did nobody see this? It was like right there, plain as day. So it says here, fans have spotted what appears to be Scarecrow's glove and mask in episode 4 of the Penguin. Hopefully you can see it. This right here is the mask, and then this right here is the glove. It is very reminiscent to the Scarecrow glove in the Arkham games, where it looks almost Freddy Krueger-ish. Oh, the Penguin. Let's just see. Arkham. Arkham. It'll fix it. Where this kind of glove, where he injects you with it, looks very similar to that. Like they just made that and put it in. Now, this is interesting because there are some other details that people have brought up that the Scarecrow was looking to possibly be part of the Penguin, but was removed last minute. But they still left this Easter egg and changed in case they changed their mind as production went on. So this scoop is coming from Boba Talks. Great YouTuber, very big fan of Boba. I think he does great work. But he did bring this up and talk about it. Let me bring up here. So it says here, he says, I was told by a source a long while back that originally on the production details that Theo Rossi was written as Jonathan Crane on paper very early on, and it changed. I spoke to them about it, and we perhaps thought it was just to mask things, perhaps a code name, but then he turned out to be Julian. We just concluded perhaps things changed behind the scenes. I honestly don't know. And I believe him because he made a whole video about this back like in February or March. So this source turned out to be correct. At one point, this Julian character from the Penguin, which now makes a little bit more sense because it did seem like he was supposed to be something bigger, and then he just kind of was there by the end of the show. This guy, I don't know, like he was, Sophia's boy toy, which, hey, where do I sign up for that? That shot where he just tied to a chair, Sophia doing what she do? Me next, mommy. Me next, Miss Falcone. I mean, Gigante. I know you prefer Gigante, right? I'm next. That was a crazy scene. But every time he showed up in the show, I'm like, they're focusing on a little hard on this Julian guy. And I'm like, he's not anyone familiar from the comics. I was like, is he going to be a surprise reveal, some sort of twist? And then his ultimate purpose in the show was that he does this red light therapy thing, which revealed the backstory that the Penguin's mom knew all along. She knew that that the Penguin had killed her brothers, and she was gonna kill Penguin as a kid, and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, that was his purpose in the show, is to reveal that backstory. But I'm like, still felt like we focused in a little hard. He was this close to being Scarecrow, but they went out. Do I think they made the right call? Yes. Nothing against this actor. I think he did a good job in the role and whatnot, and not that I think he'd be a bad Scarecrow, but I think that would feel a little cameo baitish, or kind of what Marvel does, where they just randomly fit in well-known characters by name and go, hey, 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 hey. And Matt Reeves' universe doesn't feel that way. I did say I wanted Batman mentioned or maybe even appearing in the Penguin, but I'm not mad that they didn't, because at the end of the day, it still worked even without Batman being part of it. Something like that, I think, would have tiptoed the line of being too fan servicey, right? But either way, It's crazy that that was a possibility, that that was there. I don't know if that means Scarecrow will have big plans coming up in the Matt Reeves universe, or this was just going to be a way to do Scarecrow without fully going into him and be like, hey, he showed up in the universe, he exists out there, moving on. Who knows? But hey, cool idea that that's what they were possibly going to do. What do you guys think about that? All right. Ooh, speaking of scary stuff, guys, I know it's past Halloween, but my mind is still not over the fact we are getting a scary movie returning with the Wayne brothers. I am so excited for this. These movies were my childhood, man, which is not a good thing to say. Dad, that's on you. Why'd you let me? There's so many things in this movie I should not have been watching at 9 years old. You guys know that scene where it's like towards the end and some guy, his whole body gets drained and sends a woman to the roof. Never understood that as a kid. Didn't know why that happened. One day I understood what that meant. And I thought to myself, my father let me watch that. I need to call my therapist. Joking around, though. I'm very excited for Scary Movie. And, well, I'm most excited also to what the plot is. What movies are they going to be making fun of? They better mainly be horror movies. What the Waynes have in mind. And if they are bringing back Anna Faris or any other character. So let me go out of this and get to some audio. Because there's a couple of interviews I want to watch where they pretty much confirm, yeah, they are looking to try and bring back the original cast. They are going to be making fun of these legacy horror movies that are coming out. And Michael Myers is possibly on the chopping block. So let me get this situated for you guys. It's thanks to Critical Overlord. He's the one who found it and spread it online. So thank you to him. But it is a full video on YouTube. I'm going to feel bad if I watch it. But okay, let's watch this one first. It's a new one. It's only 52 seconds long. But he basically confirms that's their idea for this movie. So let's see it.
Another Scary Movie?
We did not.
So did anyone hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was in the works. And I say was.
And these are all original actors from the first movie.
Marlon and the Wayans only did 1 and 2. And you always said, oh, I wouldn't do it unless Marlon is going to do it, right? And so they were starting to try to put the thing together because it was going to be an original cast type of thing, throwing back to the ghost face because of Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer is coming out. And then they got to Marlon on it. And then he looked into the rights and said, how much would it be for me to buy the rights? And so he bought the rights to Scary Movie and stopped the thing getting made. And now it might come back to the family. So he was talking about Keenan Ivory Wayans. We might be doing something with him soon. Yes. He might be another.
So that also puts a lot of context for the way Scary Movie got the Wayne brothers back. Because remember, whenever they made this Scary Movie 6 announcement, well, we had already known the movie was making, but then months later, Marlon posted this photo saying, hey, I'm back. We're working on it. Things are happening. I was like, oh, kind of interesting that they didn't make that part of the first announcement, but it looks like it's because the script that they had written and the idea already had it so that the original cast members would come back, and that way this movie would be making fun of what movies like Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, so many other horror movies, I'm like blanking on them, but you know, movies where they make direct sequels to the original film, a requel, they're actually going to be making fun of that idea. So they'll have like new cast members and old cast members, which is why Marlon got his hands on the rights and is now rewriting the script to be funnier, or in his opinion, what he thinks is funny. That was cool, right? So I was like, oh, dude, that's what I want. So right now, they're probably negotiating for Anna Faris, Regina Hall, Sydney Brenda. I cannot wait for them to be in this movie and have an interaction. Who knows if these guys show up? If you don't remember, you know, this is Doofy in the middle. Then you had the boyfriend, I forget his name in the film, but the lover of Shawn Wayne's, and then freaking Baby Dick. One of the funniest part of the movie. They could all be possibly coming in, whether cameos or full on into the film. Now, the other interview where I was like,
Scary Movie,
they're talking about what characters that could actually be part of the film. I'm trying to get out of this. Okay, so there was a different interview. This one's longer. I think I'm going to have to skip around so it's not boring. And also, I'm not just taking someone else's video because it's a 4-minute video. I do recommend maybe check out the original video when you have time. It's this one right here, where it's by Crazy Dog 500. I don't want to take their entire video, 24-minute video, but they take Doofy and talk about the masks. There is a 4-minute segment, though, where he gets fully into what they're doing. So let me see if I can find the exact moments.
The only thing I can 100% tell you is the ghost face will return for Scary Movie 6. 100%. I mean, Marlon already confirmed that by taking a photo with a ghost face, you know? And that is not me in that photo. So I know that the script was around for a while, and there was one by Mike Binder. That was the original auspice. That was announced about 6 months ago. And as they were putting the cast together,
getting the original cast,
maneuvered in a way that Marlon Wayans was like, "Oh, I'll do it, but I want to own the rights. I want to get those rights back." And then once he got that, then it's sort of like, I want to make the script funnier, because the Wayans will never do. From what I know of the original script, it did fall in line with what Scary Movie did, with really following the story of the Screams. So this would be like the Scream 4, 5, and 6, or was it just Scream 5? So the Scream 5 and 6. So and that's where you come in. We'll probably be using like the original mask here.
That's exciting.
Done up as like just how they did in.
So he's talking right now that in the movie, since they're doing what Scary Movie 5 and 6 did, that we could see this mask, the funny mask, the "what's up," all wrinkled up the way it was in Scream 6. If you guys remember that, the mask in that movie where it's all weathered and deteriorated, we could see the funny parody Ghostface having a weathered and deteriorated face with tongue sticking out, all that. You know, there's so much funny potential with that, because you don't have to take it seriously. They could make him bald. They could like give him little side patches of hair. They could give him a beard. It doesn't have to make sense. It could be so funny. Like, I think that's such a great idea. This Ghostface got old, and now he's coming back. They'll probably make him move like an old man. He'll probably have crutches chasing somebody down. I don't know. They're funnier than me, but the possibilities of what they could do is hilarious in that mind. So let's go on, because then he still talks about other characters.
Scream 6, you know, like how it's the aged mask. So we could take this mold we now have, and so it'll be exact, but also have you artistically age it up to be a spoof of the Scary Movie or Scream 6. Don't forget, there's also I Know What You Did Last Summer in the original Scary Movie.
Not that so much.
And now they have a new I Know What You Did Last Summer coming out.
Yeah. So I think another year or two, that's going to be coming out.
Right, but what we will do is get the script. I'm going to go in and I'm just kidding. But we'll get a hold of that script if the movie's not
waiting
out,
for him to talk about Michael.
Script and then make sure that there's jokes that are, you know, matching in that. And I also think that it'll cover stuff like the Terrifier.
Oh yeah, he talks about Terrifier.
Saw, whatever is sort of new right now. That's, you know, like what are some of the new hot ones that are out? You know, obviously Terrifier, and then the Halloween. The last 3 Halloween trilogies, because that also took place,
and that is recent,
years later too. So if you have this Scream thing taking place generationally years later, and now you have Halloween taking place generationally years later.
It seems like that's the thing now with all these new horror movies.
And if we bring back Anna Faris, it'll be her like years later. Like, what has she done? Has she created a house to sort of like catch Ghostface in, but it's all backfiring or something like that?
I love that. So he just kind of gave an idea, and who knows if it's real or not. He sounds like he knows the script or the basic idea. So he talks about, since we're making fun of this idea of horror movies where they get the old cast, they bring them in and retell or like continue the story, Halloween did that. So we finally have Michael Myers possibly getting spoofed in a Scary Movie. Again, the possibilities of that could be so funny, because what if they don't go with a ghost face mask for Scary Movie 6? What if instead they do a funny version of a Michael Myers mask? I remember there was this parody someone did online, Halloween H40, I think it was, where they did a mask. Let's see, where it's like old man Michael Myers. I wish I could find the skit. Some of you guys maybe know what I'm talking about, but somebody put like a Halloween mask, and they gave it like a balding effect, and that they did all this. It was a really good sketch. I'm trying to find it. Halloween 2018 sketch. Let me just skit. Oh, where is it? I'm not gonna be able to find it. If you guys know, send it, put it on the Reddit or whatever. But that's what I mean. Like, they can make fun of Michael Myers now because they just said we're gonna touch upon it because they just did it in the Blumhouse movies. And his idea, or maybe what is actually gonna happen, is remember that film was about Jamie Lee Curtis dealing with the trauma, fortifying herself in her house, having these booby traps and whatnot. And he said, what if that's Anna Faris's character, Sydney, in the movie? After she's afraid of Ghostface coming back, so she created this house. But he said, what if all the things backfire on her, kind of like Wile E. Coyote style? So she has traps everywhere, but because she's dumb, she falls into her own traps every day living. That could be so funny. I love that idea of her having a booby-trapped house where she just ends up falling on all her traps by herself. This is what I mean, dude. I want this scary movie. I think it's awesome. They mentioned Art the Clown as possibly being somebody getting made fun of. I definitely think we're getting a Fart the Clown reference or something. So I'm hyped. I can't wait. I think this is going to be awesome. But we also know sometimes these parody movies are very much a miss. What sometimes is funny just doesn't translate well in live action, but I'm hoping it does. I want to know what you guys think about all this. And again, if you want to hear the full interview and the other 2 minutes of him talking about it, check out the YouTube video. I just don't want to take all of someone's content that they made. All right, so let's move on now. Talking about FNAF, all right? I see you spamming in the chat. I see you wanting to talk about it. So let's talk about the FNAF movie. So obviously, I think right now they have started filming the FNAF film. We've already gotten some leaks, set videos online. And I don't know if any of the big stars are already filming, like William Afton, Matthew Lillard, or Josh Hutcherson. But they have definitely started filming at least some basic stuff that they will use for the film. The only thing that we've gotten is flashbacks, but today we did get a bunch of small casting that isn't official, but it looks like it is official. I'm just going to say small spoiler. I don't think this ruins anything. In fact, this is a lot of stuff that we've already theorized. I don't think these are big things. These will be things that you'll know by the trailer or the basic premise of the movie. Just because I remember FNAF fans are a little sensitive. Just wanted to let you know. So let me get this set up now. That way I don't have to be flipping back and forth. Okay, first let's go to this Twitter account that be having it all. So this is where I was seeing it getting spread around and stuff. So, you know, Blumhouse, Universal, take them down, not me. Just kidding. They're actually very nice, and I think they are a fan of my work. Why can't I find there? Let me just pull it up. Juice. This is always what happens, Chris. You gotta prepare a little bit more for these streams, my man. Okay. There we go. Cat Sterling. There we go. Cat Ster. There we go. Okay. This is the account. I recommend them. This is my second Twitter account. So don't be offended I wasn't following. I do follow. Okay. So if you want to see all this stuff in more detail, this is where you could go. This is where I was seeing it spread around. So let's begin, man. So going back, people have found casting announcements for a lot of characters. I'm just going to go vaguely into it without trying to fully ruin a lot of the surprises of the movie. So the first thing I saw about this was, one, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 takes place somewhere in the year 2005. The first movie took place in the year 2000. They're currently looking for 2005 vehicles for the film. All right. So we got an idea of the main time frame in the movie. So that's a big thing a lot of us were curious about, because the second Five Nights at Freddy's game is a prequel. So how were they going to handle that while still moving the story forward in the actual film? And I was like, that just means a lot of flashbacks. We'll still be moving forward, but we're probably going to get a lot of flashbacks to things we didn't know about. So now we know 5-year time jump. When we see Abby, Josh Hutcherson, all those characters, it would have been 5 years, and that kind of makes sense. You got to think about someone like Abby's character. That when you're that age, couple years, you grow fast. So they couldn't set it a week after the first film, a couple of months, because Abby would just be looking so much older, right? So, okay, that's good to know. It also looks like the working title of the movie is Music Box. Plays very much in mind to a character that we know is going to be popping up, the puppet, in the movie. Let me see here about the other things. I want to just stick to some of this stuff. So it says here that we have science fair judge. So it looks like Abby's school will be playing a part into the movie as well. So let me just pull up Abby from FNAF movie. who was a very adorable, nice character in the film. I like Abby. I thought she was cool. Um, so her being in middle school will be kind of a big thing. And I think that will be nice. Maybe she's making friends. Because remember, a big part of why she got herself in a little bit of trouble in the first film is she felt like she didn't really have friends. So she connected and felt something with the animatronics. It'll be cool now if she's in school and she's got real friends, people she cares about, and she doesn't want what happened to her animatronic friends to happen to her real friends. So there'll be a science fair. I think that's awesome. I'm trying to see what else. It says here a custodian. So we'll have a janitor. Got to be careful with them custodians. Last one was a child killer, Freddy Krueger. And here, Abby will be in middle school. So that'll be a big thing. They're looking to cast kids and whatnot. Now, kind of a curveball that people are talking about in all this news is there was a report for an Abby that they needed. Let me see if I can look her up. Where this was it. They put out a post saying adult Abby photo double, Caucasian, height 5'2" to 5'4", and all this stuff. And people were going crazy. People were like, we're going to have that big of a time jump? Abby's going to be an adult in this movie? What? Let's tame our horses here because people were very quick to point out. Let me make sure I could find it. This is just a stand-in double that they need. In the last movie, they also had adults that were the stand-in for little Abby. You got to remember, in Hollywood, there are rules about how long a child can be on set. And although Abby is older, she is still a minor, so she has to go to school. I think she can only be on set for 4 hours at a time, then has to go to school or be off and stuff like that, which I think is a very good law to protect kids and whatnot. But for those shots where they just need the back of Abby's head or a far distant shot, they're going to hire an adult person that looks like Abby from afar or from a certain angle. And there's a lot of adult girls that are about the size of probably what Abby is, 5'2", 5'4". Pretty sure you could find a lot. So don't go thinking they are going to make an adult Abby. They're going to time jump us so far that we get to adult Abby. Now, that would be wild if they actually do that. That would be kind of crazy. But this is just most likely for a stand-in. So when Abby has to leave the set, they can still film other stuff and her double can just be there in shots. Okay, so there was that. Now this is where it gets a little interesting for me. This is now where we're finally getting into the flashbacks. Because I was like, yeah, we're moving the story forward. Abby's in school. We're going to be doing some stuff and seeing how their lives have changed now that they've been chased by animatronics. But the flashbacks ain't going to stop. When we looked at that set video just the other day, let me see if I can find it. 3C, clippity clip. We were looking at it, and yeah, they're gonna be going back to that campground where we saw Garrett get taken, Josh Hutcherson's brother in the movie, and we're gonna get more details into that, why it happened, the motives behind it. You know, most fans already kind of understand, but I think they need to make it clearer in the movie for the general audience. And so, flashbacks to a young William. That's kind of surprising to me. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Matthew Lillard put up a good, some makeup, some hair dye. Don't have to do any de-aging. Remember, this is not Marvel money. This is still Blumhouse. They love to make things on the cheapity cheap. So for fans already going, they should just de-age him digitally like Marvel. Marvel spends millions of dollars just to do that one effect for 30 seconds. Blumhouse ain't got that kind of money. Well, they do, but they don't like to spend it. And so I'm like, who is going to be the person cast as young William Afton? And also, yeah, you're right, baby. Yellow Rabbit flashbacks? Oh, that's what I wanted to see the most out of this. I hope we get scenes of him being the Yellow Rabbit, because that was the coolest part of the FNAF movie, is this scene. Him in that, because he was actually moving fast. He was kicking Josh Hutcherson's butt. He was laughing, maniacal. It gave us that little bit of stew in him that he's got. And it was so short-lived. It was not long enough. So to me, I would love Yellow Rabbit flashbacks, seeing him when he was younger. I think this is a render somebody has made up. Let me see, just give the credit, Al Skywalker. But yeah, dude, scenes like that with this guy, ooh, that would be cool. But also, you're also going to be wondering, who is going... have they started yet? Don't lie to me. Have they started yet? I know it starts at 7, but I don't think that they're not going to fight right away. They're not going to fight till like 9 or something. That's the way boxing matches go. Sorry about that little sidebar. I'm watching the Tyson Jake Paul fight. I got money on Tyson. No, just kidding. I don't gamble like that. Anyways, back to this. I think the next thing people are going to be wondering is, all right, who's a young William Afton? Who is going to be playing a young Matthew Lillard who's identical? And you're going to see names that are outrageous. You're going to see people go like Timothy Chalamet could be it, which I could see it. People are going to be like, oh, get Timothy Chalamet. That's a young William Afton face right there. That's a face of a guy that you maybe trust, but then would turn you into chocolate and eat you Wonka style, right? I'm trying to think of like other, if you have any, someone just said Ryan Gosling. Matthew Lillard is handsome, but let's come on now. That's ultimate risk. Bro, someone just said Tom Holland. Someone just said Tom Holland. The brain rot continues to affect my chat. Can you imagine that as well? What I'm trying to get Mason Thames, honestly, hey, that's not a bad idea. The reason I say not a bad idea, because what I'm trying to get at in my point here is do not think big name. Because again, this is Blumhouse. They're on the cheapity cheap side. They're not going to spend that much money. In fact, whoever they get as young William Afton, I'm going to bet you $100 it's probably a no-name actor. It's probably a guy you never seen of, or it's a guy who had like one episode on CSI. Because this scene could be 10 seconds long, 20 seconds long. Unless he's going to have a large part in some speaking roles, they're going to get someone you just vaguely looks like a young Matthew Lillard. But Mason Thames, that's a good choice. Although he's about to get a much bigger because of the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie. Until that happens, his paycheck might not be on high demand just yet. And he has a history of working with Blumhouse because he was in The Black Phone. So he's already got an in with Jason Blum and that company. Not a bad choice. I still think maybe that's too young. I don't know if he fully. I have to see like a most recent picture of him. But, dude, okay, that right there is young William Afton. Bro's even almost wearing the outfit that Matthew Lillard had in those interviews. Matthew Lillard FNAF movie interview. Google will fix my spelling. But yeah, this outfit right here. Look at that. Come on, tell me you don't see it. Literally in that same. That's young William Afton right there. We got him. Chat. So who knows? So just don't hold your breath. I saw young William Afton and I went, oh, that's exciting. Who could that be? Because hey, to live up into Matthew Lillard's shoes, I think those are some big shoes to fill. So whoever it is, you better step up to the plate. But also, let's not get our hopes up because it is Blumhouse. Not going to spend a lot, and these could just be very little scenes. The last big one I'll talk about here, and I think that's it because anything else we'll get into might be too spoilery. They're going to be looking to cast Abby and Mike's mom. That's what I'm getting from this. Again, it could just end up being a random mom. If they're going back to flashbacks of Fredbear's Family Diner, this could just be a random mom who took her kids there and is just like, oh, where'd my kid go? But I'm thinking this is most likely going to be Mike and Abby's mom, and we're going to get some context into her and what she's like. I don't think she's a character that got a lot in the video game, so maybe Scott is interested in giving her some lore or some idea of who she was through the movies, because the movie lore is now different from the video game lore. We've established that. But I know they already have a mom, but we haven't seen her, did we? We didn't see the mom. Am I forgetting something? You guys could let me know, but I don't think we have. So I think we're gonna see. Oh, did they? You're right. Sorry, in the flashback scenes. Let me see here. Let me look that up again. I had a scene, but remember, if this is young, I don't know. Where is it? I can't play it all because then I'll get. Oh, you're right. They did have a mom. Well, maybe they just want another one. You know, to bring this actress back, they'd have to give her a pay raise, unfortunately, which you should. But maybe they want to do something younger. And we also don't know the backstory. If they go that far back into flashbacks, like the Henry and William Afton days, well, that mom, unfortunately, looks a little too old for the flashbacks they'd want to do. That wouldn't be a person who's before a mom. Does that make sense? So with young William Afton, they might need a young mom to show that early relationship. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, Vanessa's mom too? Vanessa's mom? She could be British. Good point. Carrot? Also, strong point. It could be carrot. It could be carrot. Yeah. And yeah, dude, I think he's already filmed it. I don't know anything for sure. Like, again, a lot of this is just me guessing and speculating, so I'm going to be curious to hear what you guys say. But Markiplier, very busy man. I'm pretty sure he's probably already filmed it, done it. I can't wait to see what he does. I did see, which I guess is another thing, there'll be another diner sequence. I forget where the post was, but somebody did post that they are whatchamacallit, filming for another diner. And the last time we got a diner sequence, it was freaking MatPat. Let's see, diner scene. I wrote dinner scene, but I think that Google will know, right? It'd be so funny if that's Markiplier's cameo too. They fired the last guy. He talked too much about theories. Now me, I'd take your order. I don't. Does Markiplier have a catchphrase? I know MatPat does the whole oh, he had the bite of 80. But is that his catchphrase? He just said it once and it got memed about, right? I love Markiplier, by the way. This is me hating on him. I'm just saying MatPat had a clear catchphrase that was like a little wink at the audience whenever, just a theory. What does Markiplier have? Does he have some sort E? He would just say E. I know that. Okay, that could be something. So I don't know. That could be funny. Bite of a burger, the bite of 87 or something like. Maybe he's a waiter and he has a dog bite or something, and the customer says, "What happened to you there?" Bite of 87. This dog chased me. Something like that, right? I don't know. That could work. But we'll see. I was like, I just don't know what his deep voice is gonna be good enough. So good stuff. That's what's happening in the FNAF world. Like I said, if you want to go check out Cat Sterling Fan on Twitter, they have a lot more information. There's some stuff I withheld that I didn't want to talk about just because I don't want to ruin so much of the surprises. But from that stuff, I think that's what we expected. Flashback scenes, possible casting of who it could be. Now we get an idea of the time era for them going forward. I think it's enough of like, we're going to know that stuff by the time the trailer comes out, so might as well talk about it now. But I leave it up to you guys. You let me know your thoughts on this FNAF news, man. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Someone said fight soon. Again, tell me when they actually start fighting. Like when actually Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are on the stage. Maybe I'll just have Netflix here on the side to look. I'll just open up Netflix and be glancing at a side. All right, let's go on to our next piece of news. Sonic Movie 3, guys. Woo! We've talked a lot about the Sonic movie franchise. I did a video earlier today where I talked about them teasing the secret character that'll show up at the end of the movie. Can't wait to find out who it is. We talked about this poster and stuff. But now there have been some other posters that have not officially been released. People have found them out in the wild. That gives us our first look at Robotnik's upgraded suit, where he finally is going to be looking like his video game / cartoon counterpart, which I think is a cool evolution to see. Now we're going to bring that up, but I want to do a small update to the last Sonic thing we talked about, which was this popcorn bucket, because I know I showed it off. But I very clearly said, I need to see all the other angles of this popcorn bucket because I think it's going to look a little weird. This is just the first photo we saw, right? And this is the popcorn bucket I'm most excited about. I'm glad he's getting one, but I'm like, I need to see the side angle of that because Sonic just kind of humping a popcorn bucket is going to look a little odd. Also, I want to see how detailed the shoes are, and we got the side angle. We got the second angle. The second angle has hit the webs, guys. Thank you to a person. We get an idea of what this popcorn looks like, and it's kind of what I feared. Sonic, step away from the popcorn bucket. He's got butter. So it's a popcorn bucket. There's no popcorn. Jeez almighty, somebody get a cop down here. He's gone mad. The Sonic-ussy is wild. I know somebody is going to find a way to remove the actual red bucket. And this is going to be the cool part, and I might try to do it too. You remove the bucket part, right? You get that off, however you got to do it. Then you got yourself a little rolly ball. You could then just make Sonic turn into a rolly ball. Someone put a screwdriver in and just make him spin. He's already halfway into the position of, his little spinny ball. Right there. So, hey, the shoes look nice. They're detailed. They got actually some hair going on. I just think that's such a funny position. I don't know why this popcorn bucket and his leg position reminds me of the really old Sonic movie poster. You guys remember those cursed posters? Let me see if I can find it. Not just this one. I'm talking about the one where he was like on the action. This one. This poster, baby. What were they thinking? Giving us a POV of Sonic's crotch and going, check out my movie. November 8th, 2019. Dude, what were they thinking with those shoes? They dodged a bullet, man. If they went with this original design, we would not be where we are, about to get Shadow and Sonic fighting in all its glory. So, I don't know. These leg positions are just giving me flashbacks to that. Okay, now let's get into the actual update with Sonic here. So, there's some posters. Well, we know we're getting a Sonic trailer any day now because they've just been teasing this movie like crazy. Here they are, guys. So, let's start off with the evolution of Robotnik. So this was the first film, which, yes, there were people a little mad, but remember in that first trailer, they showed Robotnik, which was also like the last shot of the movie, which was funny that they did that. They showed the ending to Robotnik like this. This was in the first trailer. So they were like, we know you're going to complain about the way Robotnik looks because he's got like a French evil mustache, full head of hair, not bald. Hey, Jim Carrey's actually looking pretty nice in this photo. Like, it's not what you expect, right? So they were like in the trailer, he gets the crazy mustache, he goes bald. Just let us cook. I know we burned you on that design, but let us cook with Eggman. And we let them cook, okay? So we went there, movie ended, he went bald, started drinking mushroom coffee, and then this is what we got next. He's bald. He's got the crazy mustache. Goggles are still there. And the suit, still not of the classic look, but I think it was more reminiscent to an early Eggman suit. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it's more reminiscent to this version of the Eggman suit. That's what they were kind of trying to go for, those triangles. At least that's what I interpreted it as a little bit. Still not the classic look, right? This is, I know that's just a costume, but that's the idea. Big zippers, big line, all that kind of stuff. And people were also like, Jim Carrey, eat up. Get a little chunky, my friend, because we want to see that fully fledged body. And now the transformation is complete, my friends. Here we have our good look at the upgraded suit. And right now, I'm loving the way it looks. Okay, I'm sure we're going to get a better poster, and there are some changes from what we know from the games and the cartoon. But overall, they got what you mainly want from it. They have the little zippers, the white zippers. They have the white gloves, the collar, all the details on it. Hopefully, he's just wearing the black pants underneath. But the Eggman suit is a cooking. Let me see if I can get a better look. Eggman. Yeah, see, this is basically what they did. If you see, the collar is there, the white lines, the big zipper in the middle, white gloves, all this, they did it. They cooked. This is awesome. I'm so glad too, because there was a part of me that was a little disappointed, even though I knew he would probably get a costume update. When I was watching the trailers for the Sonic movie, I did not like this look for him, where he got too fat, so he took Agent Stone's shirt, sewed it on. I'm like, so sloppy. Come on, give us something good. But patience, Sonic fans. You gotta let them cook a little bit. And yeah, somewhere along the movie, I'm thinking his grandpa Gerald, which they also revealed a very funny photo. The context of this is gonna be so funny. If I had to guess, I'm thinking Eggman passes out whenever he sees his grandpapa. And you're alive? Oh. And then we're going to flash forward to him in his childhood bedroom, where he probably raised little Ivo Robotnik all his life and is going to scare him awake with this scary mask and all that stuff. I'm thinking that is the context behind this. And that's going to be so funny to see little Eggman's childhood room and who raised him. But I'm thinking also Gerald is going to be the one to give him this upgrade and all that. Maybe he'll say something like, it was mine back in the day, but few too many Egg McMuffins and I don't fit anymore. So, yeah, I think that's awesome. I love this design. The only major difference I am seeing, which I guess I kind of understand, is the collar. That collar is big, buddy, old boy. Now, the old suit did have a collar, but because Eggman suffers from no neck syndrome, it wasn't that noticeable to us. You know, his neck disappears with his fat. Jim Carrey isn't actually fat. You know, he has just a little bit of a suit on, and he definitely has a neck. So I think to kind of counterbalance that and get something of here where his collar takes up like 30% of his face, they were like, let's big collar it. Let's big collar it. And that way it kind of looks like he has no neck. I don't mind the change. Looks like a scientist Dracula. So I don't mind it. I think it's good. Yeah. Let's see. Someone says here, Chris, have you seen Daniel RPK leak talking about Shadow movie and Silver in future movies? Yeah. So if you don't know what he's talking about, Daniel RPK, a reliable scooper, has said that they are waiting on the success of Sonic Movie 3. If things go well, Shadow will get a spin-off to where it's his own movie, and they have plans for Silver in the future. I fully believe they do have plans for Silver. I just don't know if he's the next movie. I think you do Amy and something there, and then you bring in Silver. And then from there, I don't know what you do after that. Like, I can't wait to see what they do. But the franchise is going to feel so different once Jim Carrey leaves it. Because we were blessed. I'm saying, it sounds exaggerated, but we were blessed to get 3 Jim Carrey movies like him, with him like this. Because he usually doesn't do sequels. And when he does, they're not all that great. And for this one, he locked in. He let us have a lot of Jim Carrey. And now I don't think we could spoil ourselves. This is it. We're not seeing him in Sonic movie 4 or 5 or 6. I think he's pretty sure about retirement. I would love for Jim Carrey to come back and do more, but I'm thinking this is the last time. So how is the franchise going to feel when there's no more Jim Carrey, right? Who fills in that gap, those shoes? Because honestly, half the reason I get excited for these Sonic movies, all the Jim Carrey scenes. Favorite actor since I was a child. He's the reason I wanted to even get into the entertainment industry, because I'm like, that guy is funny. He makes people laugh. I want to be like him. So I'm just happy that he's part of these films. So it's going to be crazy whenever someone said, Chris, fill it in. I'd be so terrible as a Jim Carrey. I'd be what Jamie Kennedy was in Son of the Mask to Jim Carrey. Probably a little worse, because I don't mind Son of the Mask. But all right, that's where we wrap up this Sonic news. I am very excited, and it's cool. I can't wait to see the full look. I'm thinking by next week, right? Thanksgiving week, they're probably dropping that Sonic trailer along with those official posters. And me and the boys going to see Sonic Movie 3. Hallelujahs in the chat. All right, that's good. I believe that was our last movie news story. So, guys, I am now going to take the super chatty chat questions, and I am going to be honest, I'm going to fly through them because I'm trying to watch this Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. All right, let's do this, baby boys. All right, it says here, I wish the Lion King community and Sonic community could get along instead of trashing each other's movies. We need to work together to keep cinema alive. Yes, Elliot, I agree with you. I see you over there being very happy for both, and I do. The internet is just sometimes a hateful place, man. We get it all the time. You saw it. I struggled to put on that Goblin helmet, and my own chat was cooking me. But it's what keeps me on my toes. Okay, let's move on here. Hey, Chris, I just wanted to ask. I don't want to ruin the mood, but how do you feel about the unfortunate passing of Tony Todd? Oh, yeah. I mean, I reacted to it last live stream. If you want to watch last week's live stream, literally in the middle of it, Tony Todd passed away, and you can see my live reaction, how sad I was. It's a loss, man. I feel like he's in an ideal world. I feel like he still had a lot of years in him, but I didn't look into too much what he was suffering with and what he was sick with. But hey, it's a loss. I like Tony Todd and what he's done, and I saw a scooper say he does have a role in the new Final Destination movie. So it's cool that we'll still get to see him in other projects. Hey, Chris, have you seen the new teaser for Percy Jackson Season 2 that Disney released, and are you excited for it? I'm interested in it. Look, I'm in a tough spot because this is one of those situations where the people involved with the show, I slightly know personally. I'm not going to pretend like Walker Scoball is like my bro. He probably doesn't even like me saying this, but he's been nice. He followed me on TikTok. He's messaged me before. He's liked my videos, and I met him at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, and he let me take a photo with him. And yeah, he is taller than me, chat. It was kind of embarrassing. I was hoping maybe in his mind I was his hero, and he saw me and he's like, "Oh, you're shorter than me. You mean nothing to me. I'm gonna unfollow you on TikTok, take back every like I ever gave you. You're no friend of Percy Jackson." Phew. That's what it felt like in my mind. In reality, he was very nice. But I, I like the series. I'm not loving it just yet. I'm hoping season 2 brings it to a loving point. I like a lot. Like Walker Skullball is not the problem and all that. But since I did grow up with like the Logan Lerman ones, I'm having trouble like on what they did better and whatnot. So I'm hoping this could be the season where I love it a little bit more than how much I just go from, liking it. So yeah, there you go. Any Collector 3 news? Last we heard is the producer said they are going to be making the movie. They're going to be working on it, and I'm happy because I'm a big fan of the Collector series. I love those first 2 movies. I wanted the Collector 3 so badly. Unfortunately, it started filming when COVID was beginning. They shut down production, and they never started again. Where it was like, oh man, looks like the movie's just canceled. But no, last we heard, they said they're going to do it. So waiting for that update. What movie actor would you pick for Blaze the Cat? Who the heck is Blaze the Cat? Blaze the Cat. Is that cat who's always high? Oh, geez. I'm thinking of somebody else. See, that's where I need to brush up on my Sonic lore. But let me tell you, I'm going to be searching a lot of Blaze the Cat stuff. But nothing I'm going to be able to talk about. For funsies, let's have it be Aquafina. Amy, Aquafina. Every female character, Aquafina. And I don't want her to change her voice at all. Dunsey. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, Chris, have you seen the teaser for Hard Eyes? Yes. Oh, I never got a chance to talk about that. Look, putting the Spyglass company aside, because, dude, Spyglass, why do you have to mess things up, man? You are making movies that are literally like for me. And because Spyglass did the Hellraiser reboot, they did the Scream movies. There was another the Thanksgiving movie that I also liked. Look, Hellraiser reboot, Scream, and Thanksgiving. All 3 of those slashers, all movies I really like so much. And I'm like, yes, Hollywood isn't making these. And then this is another movie where it's a Valentine's themed slasher. I even like The Mask. I don't think it's corny. I think it's cool. It's something different. Yes, he's in all black, but at least it's not a hoodie. At least there's something unique here. And that little trailer of like him grabbing the person and just having to repeatedly go on that. I love that. That movie looks like it's going to be fun. I just hate Spyglass because I'm like, look what you did. So I'm not going to, I'll watch it and, be impressed. I don't have to pay for the movie. I'll be able to get just a pass to go see it. But dude, Spyglass, you're literally making movies I want to see. Why do you have to ruin your reputation? And Mason Gooding is in it. And as far as I know, Mason Gooding is also on good terms with Melissa Barrera. So hopefully something good there. I don't think Spyglass did Abigail. Spyglass didn't do Abigail. That's somebody else. But yeah, I liked it. Someone said, Chris, you fool. Blaze is a minor. I've been infected with the Mind Goblin. It'll hold up in court. FBI, open up. You're awesome, dude. Keep up the great work. Also, was wondering so far, what's your favorite movie this year? And also, I love Smile 2. Big improvement. Agree on that. My favorite movie this year, honestly, might be cheesy, but Wild Robot is definitely up there as my favorite movie. If not, I have not updated my letter. I have like 40 movies I need to update on my letterbox. But let me see my current list that I had. Dune 2 was definitely up there. I liked, let's see, Alien Romulus a lot. Oh, Planet of the Apes was good too. I honestly think I'm going to say Wild Robot is my favorite movie so far of the year. Like, that was just a beautiful movie. I loved it a lot. And they make it a Funko Pop. Okay, moving on. Loved your videos. Please give a shout out to my friend Abdul from East Kilbride. Abdul from East Kilbride. You're cool, man. Shout out. All right. Let's see what else we got. Last stream, I emailed about a biopic about you. I would love it if you check the email. The name attached is 8-Ball Films and Elwoods. Okay. I will look into my email. It's been a hectic week, so I'm behind on my emails. I'll check it out, my friend. You going to watch the Tyson fight today? Yeah. That's why I'm gonna get through these super chats, and I'm gonna watch that Tyson fight, and I hope Tyson gets him. Better not be a rigged thing, man. I need to see Jake Paul get knocked out. I just don't like him. I don't like him. Hey, Chris, Kirkle Overlord did say in one of his videos that Don Mancini has the rights, has a first refusal on Chucky. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So they can't really do anything without his involvement. That's good to know. Okay. Thank you for that. I didn't know that. Which Avenger do you think will die in Doomsday? Thor, I think, is up. Honestly, the best way to know who is going to die is which Marvel actor has been in the MCU too long and needs to let go for a paycheck. I'm thinking Thor is definitely up on there as going to die. Hawkeye, I think, is up there as well. Going. Hulk is up there. Doctor Strange also up there. Anybody who's at least had already 4 or 5 appearances on that chopping block. If I had to pick, I'm going with Thor and Hulk. Will say Scary Movie 6 also parody Deadpool and Wolverine in terms of having other parody films from the 2000s epic movie disaster movie. I hope not. That's when they got really stupid. When it just started doing that, including other things like that. Stick to just the horror movies. Keep the pop culture or other side stuff very minimal. At least that's what I want. Saw the first Gladiator movie last night, and it was really good, and got ready and excited for Gladiator 2. Also, where's the Heretic review? Yeah, I was planning to, but like I said, with my brother this week and me having to take care of him, I missed out on my window to do the Heretic, but I love that movie. It's honestly, I think top 3, maybe top 2 horror movies of this year. I highly recommend the Heretic. I thought it was I think it's the smartest horror movie of this year, the way it was written. Part of me liked it so much I still might try and do a review on it. I just know it's not going to get many views because I saw other creators were struggling with views on that, so I'm like, it wouldn't be worth the time, unfortunately. But I did like The Heretic a lot. I was so happy with that movie. Last live, I said, do you think Zack Snyder can make a Transformers movie? Oh, dude, yeah, he'd be perfect for a Transformers movie. Dude has that style, has that Michael Bay look. I think Michael Bay and Zack Snyder went to the same film school. So that gives you an idea of why they really go for style sometimes over the substance. Last stream, the chat was on after it ended, so my super chats were not answered. Not sure if you can look at old ones still. Oh, unfortunately, it'd be hard. I'd have to exit out of this live stream to be able to do it, but I'll try to be better about that. That way I can make sure that doesn't happen. Sorry about that, my friend. Too busy to watch this live. Have fun, everyone. Well, I appreciate you, Mr. Old Ass Food. Crinstros just got an update. Oh, yeah. I need to bring those back, man. When Spider-Man 4 news starts becoming regulars, the Crinstros need to come back. I need to do more of those because those are fun. But sometimes, man, it is hard to come up with an idea for a funny intro. A lot of times. Seeing you unbox the Green Goblin helmet and pumping bombs had me get really excited to get it. My reaction to it, oh boy, yeah. Chris, you're somewhat of a scientist yourself. Also, hooray, it fits you. I am so happy it fits me. Nothing ever fits me, and this actually fit me, man. The gods have smiled down upon me. You're going to check out the new Cobra Kai, Chris? Yes, I need to. I want to. I have to. Because I love Cobra Kai. I'm hearing some mixed things, but I'm hoping it's good, man. 3C is fulfilling my Goblin fantasies. I'm going to take that as a compliment. This image of Shadow on the rain looks great, but would it be cool if they play the something in the way for that scene? Oh, dude, it'd be funny if they got to make some sort of Batman reference on Shadow, especially in that sequence. October 31st. It'd be so cool, but sometimes they can handle it good. Sometimes it's a little much. They made fun of, they called Knuckles the Winter Soldier, right? That was a pretty good joke. I don't think that was over. So maybe they could do a clever Batman joke towards Shadow. You going to watch the Creep tapes? Oh, they're out now. Dude, so much to watch. I got a Cobra Kai, the Creep tapes. Yes, I want to see the Creep tapes so bad. I love the Creep movies. Creep 1 and 2, I think they're still on Netflix. If you haven't seen them, watch them, and then watch the Creep tapes on Shudder. I haven't seen it, but I know it's going to be peak. I can't wait to watch it. Very excited for that. I just want to say I love your videos and bring a lot of joy to my life. Keep up the awesome work, man. Well, you keep up the awesome work. Thank you so much. Amy and Metal Sonic are definitely in the movie. I would love Metal Sonic so much, but I'm going to put my money on Amy. I think Amy's definitely going to be the one. Ratatouille had a disclaimer that said no mocap. Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know. Well, I think in the future they're going to have to make laws where it's like no AI generation part of this movie. And those are going to be the movies I'll mainly be watching. You got to check out Ghostface in Mortal Kombat, Chris. Yeah, I saw they added him in. A lot of it. Another chat right here saying thoughts on Ghostface being in Mortal Kombat. I think it's awesome. I'm surprised it took this long. I remember seeing like clips of Ghostface being in Mortal Kombat weeks ago. Months ago. Thought it already happened. But dude, that's awesome. I gotta get on that. So much to get on to. Did you watch TMNT series Killers of the Flower Moon? No and no. Just like every chat, you guys remind me of the things I'm behind on that is on my list of things I want to watch. I think I'm at the point with the TMNT series. I just want to watch it when we're closer to the Mutant Mayhem sequel. That way I could just like have something to hype me up and get me ready. But heard good things. I do want to watch Killers of the Flower Moon from my boy Leo. Who's the coolest stunt put on a film? The coolest stunt put on a film? Anything with Jackie Chan, man. Jackie Chan will always do the coolest stunts. I think I don't know if I'd get in trouble for playing it, dude, but I think you could just get on YouTube and look up Jackie Chan stunts. Maybe I won't get in trouble. Let's see. Let's just watch a couple. Jackie Chan, because they don't make them like they used to. They don't do them like they used to. Do anything with Jackie Chan, it is probably gonna be the craziest thing. Like I think like when he was like coming off a building at one point. Look at that. That's a real, there's no rope. There's no green screen attached to that. This guy was wild. They'd never let you do that. Not even Tom Cruise would get away with doing something like that. Look at that. And he just did it. This is all real. There's no cuts. There's no edits. He just slid down a building like that. I think maybe he has a parachute on or something, or is definitely coated, but any Jackie Chan stunt. Any Jackie Chan, this one is the craziest. I think he had the most injuries from this one. I remember reading. He slides down this like electric pole for Police Story. He slides down and he just so many injuries from this. Electrocuted over and over, burns on his hands, has to have back surgery. That was all real right there. This man, dude, so anything Jackie Chan does. Jackie Chan was him. It still is him. He's not dead. And I can't wait to see him in the next Karate Kid movie. Any news on Spider-Man 4? Not so far. I did see some rumblings online that somebody was reporting. I think it was Cosmic Circus, who I think is very reliable. They were saying that Marvel is really trying to get the rights or trying to negotiate with Sony so that they could use Spider-Man as a cameo in the Daredevil show, which I hope happens, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sony's like, That's the sound Sony makes, by the way. Dude, what if Season 3 trailer looks awesome? Love the concepts like Bucky and Reggie together. Shang-Chi in a Western. And Mysterio and Storm. That is cool. I will admit, although I'm not a big fan of What If, and I haven't even watched the entirety of Season 2, seeing that Season 3 trailer did make me go, maybe I got to do some catching up. I just hate when the stories get connected and they have to do this whole Avenger team-up thing. Just keep it an anthology, buddy. I don't know. Which comedy film could turn into a horror film? Ooh, that's a good question. What comedy? See, I'm trying to think of my favorite. Dumb and Dumber would be pretty funny as a horror movie, because maybe they're just so dumb they don't realize they're accidentally killing people. They already do some horrific things in that movie, like freaking Lloyd sells a kid a dead bird, a bird with no head. There's like those flashback or those dream sequences where like Lloyd is picturing having a gun and shooting the guy at the end, which is really funny. But that could be a funny horror movie. It's like two guys that are so dumb they accidentally kill people on a cross-country road trip. I could see it. Someone said Ted. There you go, Ted. That's the right answer. Ted becoming coming to life Chucky style and killing and being funny. That could work. But I bet you there's already a dozen teddy bear horror movies I could find that went straight to digital, you know? Knocked Up. I don't even know how you make that one a horror movie. I'm looking at the chat scene. The Mask. That's a perfect one, too. Jim Carrey movies, man. Liar, Liar. Maybe he's killer. All right. Do you think RDJ will be in Fantastic Four? I do think so. They wouldn't have announced it so early like that. I think he will have some sort of appearance. Might be the post-credit scene, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I definitely think so. Put my money on it. I agree with you. Not happy with a situation. I'm sorry to say, Chris, but I think you might have started the kids cartoon horror movies. Oh no. Please don't blame that on me. I'll get sued. I won't get sued, but I feel very guilty. What happened to Reed, the editor of the channel? Oh, Reed is still welcomed as an editor anytime, but he did let me know that he was mainly available in the summer, and now that school has started back up, full-time in school, and I'm not going to take him away from school. Education comes first. So he's welcome anytime he's on a break or wants to help around. But yeah, Reed is just back in school, so he's very busy and can't be always on the fly. But in the summer, he was very helpful in a lot of the stuff I needed to do. So I thank Reed for that. Are you going to watch Dune Prophecy? I'm being honest with you. Nah, it just doesn't interest me. I didn't even think the Dune movies would be my cup of tea. But Denis Villeneuve did some cooking there where they are very good movies. The show, no. Especially even with people who are fans of Dune putting out reviews with, it's just not good. Why? No, I'm not gonna waste my. I got so many other things I could watch. But maybe if people start to love it, I'll give it a chance. But I'll be honest with you, no, I don't have much of an interest in it. I hope AI is just a fad, nothing but a failed trend. Yeah, I hope it's like remember when NFTs were everywhere? Even companies were doing NFTs. Funko still does NFTs, which pisses me off. But yeah, I hope it's like NFTs, where it's just something that fades away. Tomorrow, Nightmare on Elm Street 40th anniversary. I like it. This is me with a glove on. Welcome to prime time. Love Freddy. Do you think Scarecrow will appear in the Batman Part 2 or get his own show like Penguin? I think it was just a small Easter egg. If they really wanted to dive into that, maybe, but I don't know. I think they want to focus on new people, right? That's why it's either going to be Hush or Mr. Freeze. I really am hoping for Mr. Freeze, but I'm thinking it's going to be someone like Hush. All right. What are your thoughts on How to Train Your Dragon live action? I am open to it. I'm excited for it. I want it to happen. But at the same time, these first looks that we've gotten so far, recreating and looking identical to the original film, I'm just like, then what's the point? If you're not going to add something new or give us a different angle or enhance the original story, what's the point? You just figured out a cheat code. I can give you the same movie that I know you already like because it's a winner and it's made money, and I give it to you again, just live action. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code, right? So, but I'm hoping it's just the first looks and whatnot, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm very excited. Hey, Chris, been a minute. Praying for you, brother. Keep up the great stuff. See, read right there. We are in good terms. No need to make no drama videos. Nothing happened. Did Chris kill his editor? Tonight here on the Weekly News. Not gonna see no videos like that about me. Any grooming tips, skincare routine? I'll be honest with you. I am not the best. I just know what lenses and camera settings to use to where my face looks okay. And even then, I'm not great. Sometimes I get really red. Like right now, you can kind of see it. I have rosacea. So I do have to take extra care of my skin. If not, it gets really red and I break out, unfortunately, even at my old age. But, I mean, just wash your face. With an oil cleanser. I wish I had it better for you, but all I do is just... I have an oil cleanser like that's from Korea or something. My lady picked it out. She saw TikTok and said, "Here, use this," and I just use it. Can you wish my girlfriend Gianna a happy birthday? W Riz. Gianna, real quick. Get him out of the room real quick. Get him out of the room. Is he out of the room? Is he out? What are you doing with him, Gianna? Who is he? Come on. This right here? Over the camera, what we feel? Can't be replicated, Gianna. So, just DMs open. Your comment section open. I'll find you. I'll scroll. I'll look for Gianna. I'll do it. Just kidding. Obviously, Happy birthday, Gianna. And thank you so much, Antonio, for supporting. I get surprised every time. I've met fans where they're like, me and my wife watch you. And I'm like, I understand you watching me because my analytics say it's like 80, 90% guys watching me, which, hey, the boys always got my back. But I'm always surprised when it's like, hey, my wife enjoys you too. And I'm like, she enjoys my brain rot? She enjoys my cringe? You keep her, friend. That is a good one. That is a good one. So yeah. So the chat did not like my Riz. I feel violated. Cringy as hell. I'm telling the late. No, Ashley, no. I just know because she's taking a nap right now. So your boy can be wild. She don't know what I'm up to. I'm probably gonna get yelled at. She always ends up seeing, oh, she's a Hey, it was a joke. We don't even know that for show. But knowing my audience, it probably is true. Just jokes, guys. Come on, having fun with ya. 3C Films. I just finished Cobra Kai season 6, part 2. It was amazing. You have to watch it. And when you are when are you gonna do it on spoiler review? I want you to do a spoiler review for Cobra Kai season 6, part 2. It'll probably be on the Clips channel, same as I did with part 1. Probably definitely will be talking about it. I just hope, it's so funny because I just did it. You guys were like, cringy as hell. Come on, Chris. But that's always my main complaint with Cobra Kai is sometimes it feels Disney Channel level of cringe where like you think there should be a laughing track after some of the things. And I just, I'm hoping they get rid of some of that and they stick to the seriousness and they land it. So I've heard some iffy things, but I can't wait to check it out because I'm a big fan. Big fan. All right. Karate Kid Legends is the No Way Home of the series. Oh, if they get Billy Zabka in there, William Zabka, sorry, Johnny Lawrence, it would definitely be that for me. Gonna talk Predator news from discussing films. Is there new ones? I talked about it in today's side flick. Did you see today's side flick? I talked about it there about the Predator being the main character, unless there was something new that I've missed. If not, go check out today's side flick, the latest video I posted. I do talk about it there. Timestamp will be in the description of that video, and that made me very excited for that movie. Did you hear of the Wicked Toys website drama? I did see this. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, some Wicked Toys put on the back of the kid dolls, wicked.com, and that's not the URL for the movie. The URL for the movie is wickedmovie.com. Wicked.com takes you to a naughty, naughty website. I know you checked it. I know you did. I know you was like, well, what's wicked about this? Oh, this wicked. This wicked, all right. Honey, we're going to Walmart. I need an Ariana Grande doll. It's that website must have gotten so much traffic after that, but that's just an unfortunate slip up, man. I think that's crazy that happened. And there's always the conspiracies. People like, oh, they did it on purpose. They just did it for buzz and all. I don't know, man. That's some crazy level marketing to put a corn website on a kid's toy. I honestly just see how it's an innocent mistake, but that's just one of those funny stories. For FNAF 2, does this mean Henry Emily, the co-worker to William Afton? Also, do you think they'll make Abby become Circus Baby in FNAF 2? Do you think they will show it? I don't think they will. That would be kind of crazy if they do that. I think Abby's very much beloved, but something like that, maybe a hint towards it. But I think people do want to see Henry Emily, and I think they maybe will be having that character in the movie, but I don't know for sure. Do you think they should end after a trilogy or not? Like for the Sonic movies, for the FNAF movies, for either or. Sonic movies, no. FNAF movie, let's see how the quality of the second and third movie go. But right now, with the quality of the first, second Sonic movie and the way Sonic 3 is looking, give me another trilogy. I'm down. Would you say when you think of animation these past few years, DreamWorks has been better than Disney, and now with their live action looks better than Disney? 3C Lauren favorite or least favorite holidays. For time constraints, unfortunately, I'll stick to the Disney question. DreamWorks does seem more consistent, although even though Disney does put out more bad films, they also, because of how much they churn out, they also, I think, produce more good films than DreamWorks, but I think DreamWorks stands out more because their movies are consistent. Although they're like take 2 or 3 years in between, they're more consistently good in there. So it just depends the way you slice it, but they're definitely on an upswing. Puss in Boots, The Wild Robot, and whatever else they got coming up, they are happy. Live action, Toy Chica when? My friend, I've already been canceled 10 times today for stuff like this. I'm gonna take a pass on Toy Chico, which I never thought I'd say, but pass. Pass for now for the sake of my channel. Hey, Chris, my birthday is on Monday, the 18th. Well, happy birthday, Retro Lover 03. 18. You're a man now. I just gave you the stare fathers give to their children when they're 18. Good stuff, good stuff. Trevor Wayne sends in some support. Thank you so much. I've been enjoying the Sonic movies. However, I'm going to be sad without Jim Carrey, but excited to see Shadow. That shot in the rain, dude, that shot looks so epic. Yeah, I'm curious what a non-Jim Carrey Sonic movie is going to feel like. It's going to happen, and I'm open to it, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. It says here, hey 3C, please look at Reddit. I edit funny video. I have to make it look really quick. Hopefully there's no sound on the video, because let's see here. You guys let me know if Tyson and Mike are fighting yet, because I don't think they are yet. What's it? Which one is sexier? What the heck? Oh, well, obviously that guy. I'll talk about that. Okay, well, this is a mistake to cut on. Oh. Your replacement, Jim Carrey. They even added my double chin. Quite accurate. Can the Goblin come out to play? Are you in or are you out? A new challenger has arrived. Step aside, Jakey and Mike. Bruce Waite is going to weigh in and take you down. It doesn't start till 10. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So I got time. I got time. Okay. You even edited my face. It's you who is out, Gobby. Out of your mind. Join the popcorn bucket. I've got butter and a pumpkin bomb. You don't want to know where the pumpkin bomb goes, Spider-Man. Let me, so that way we can hear the sound. It's probably just me being a doof. This is the funniest. This is the stuff I live for. Okay, let's see what I said. I hit the pose. People on the Reddit, you know what to do. Yes, that is always what they know what to do. Fulam! Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh, why'd you remind me of this? How did you do that so quickly? That was perfect. I want to see that again. I'm dying because they don't even come out of my hand. So what am I throwing? It just blows up on me. That was so good. I love that. Thank you. That was worth it. I just want to see it one more time. Poor Aunt May. Get Spider-Man come out to play. The multiverse expands. You guys are so awesome. You guys give me a reason to live. Oh, there you go. There's the balding Michael. Thank you for finding that. I appreciate that. Oh, when Dad walked in on Chris playing with his balls. It's not what you think, Dad. Now, son, we talked about what happens when you get the mind goblin. You spun your last web, Spider-Man. MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time. Cause I'm gonna show her my yacht, Spider-Man. Oh my god, these are so good. Oh, maybe it's just because I know it's me, but that was good. You spun your last web, Spider-Man. MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time. Cause I'm gonna show her my yacht, Spider-Man. Oh my god, that one was amazing. I love that one. Thank you. Thank you. MJ did he want it. Hey. Hey, Spider-Man. Garfield reboot. Like, I'll just say that 'cause I don't know what that is. Okay. Good. Oh, 3C Goblin for president. I promise everyone will get the Mind Goblin. What's the Mind Goblin, sir? Mind Goblin, these nuts. Goblin for president. Spider Gat. What the heck? What is in my hand? Kid Goblin? What is this? Just Smarties? What is this? Come get some kids. Chris, already hearing voices. Oh, I didn't even do that. That's a meme. I gotta do that for a video. Just have it off on the couch and it talking to me. Me at the Halloween party waiting for someone to compliment my costume. Y'all are great. This is good. 3C Goblin mewing streak. Hey. Hey. You don't get the Mind Goblin from this. Dude, this is so good. Okay, what is this? All right, we've reached the end. That was worth it. That was worth it to do that. That was so good. Thank you guys for that. Thank you. Okay, let's get back into the chat. All right. Love you, Chris. Here from last weekend. Did you ever get a chance? I did finally. I like it. Good. Go, Mike. Good stuff. I see why you recommended it to me. I really did appreciate you showing me that. It was funny. Like, as soon as it ended, I was just like, I'm gonna hit play. Thank you for that. If you got any other recommendations like that, swing them my way. I think they should get the Deadly Six to replace Eggman in the future movies. Deadly Six or the Chaotix. You know, I know they're not. I wouldn't mind seeing the Chaotix. Any update on the Sinners movie? What's the Sinners movie? Sinners? Oh, that's the Ryan Coogler movie, right? No major updates. I don't think we're going to get a lot of marketing until next year once it gets closer. But hey, I'm excited for that. The Ryan Coogler vampire movie. Every time I see that trailer, I'm like, that thing's going to be good. Are you ever going to talk about the Mickey Mouse horror movies? I thought you talked about them in your Halloween movie video. Red Lights. Yeah, Red Lights. I mentioned once I saw Dead Meat put out their video when I was getting ready to. It's just like they're going to get all the views. My video will get undershadowed. So I'm like, might as well then just wait January when the other Mickey Mouse horror movie comes out, the Steamboat Willie one. And then I could do both of them in a video and compare them to see who did a better job. We might even have a third Mickey Mouse movie by then. Kitty Plee sends in some support. Thank you so much. Chris, honestly, I have a feeling that Ant-Man ain't going to be in Doomsday. Mostly because Quantumania was a disaster. What character do you think won't be in Doomsday? In Doomsday? I think, well, as much as I'd want them, characters like Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, I don't think them. I think they're going to do the reverse of having like the big people first, and then Secret Wars will be the everybody can join in movie, you know? I meant Scary Movie have cameo from other parody films. Nah, I wouldn't be into that. I think it'd be just stick to making fun of the horror movies. No more parody stuff. Unless it's just bringing back other cast members, right? Here's something to remember me by. Yeah. I'm a Hercule spammer sometimes. If I'm in a desperate situation, I will spam Hercule and you will like it. This Dragon Ball Sparking Zero reference. Here's something to remember me by. Boo! It's my best Hercule. Hey, Chris, I got to meet Troy Baker and Josh Keaton last weekend at a con. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you got a nice photo or something signed. I met someone at a con recently, too. I got to edit that vlog. You see, Predator is the protagonist in Badlands. Yes. If you go to my recent side flick, my movie news, I did a story on there. You can see in the timestamps, and I tell you all the details and how I feel about it. Very happy about that. About a month or so ago, there was an official collab announced with DC and Sonic, and a comic run is starting in either March or May of 2025. Oh, well, that's cool to know with Sonic. I'll be fun. You know they're going to do something with the Flash then. Definitely going to do something with the Flash. When Mission Impossible Fighting Reckoning comes out, can you review? I was thinking about that. I was already planning that. The first 3 movies, one video, and then the other 3 in another. I think I might. I don't know how popular those would be. Anytime I talk about Mission Impossible, it doesn't seem like many people care. But I love that franchise, so I might just have to do it. I really hope that BioLizard appears as the final boss in Sonic 3, with the full version of Live and Learn playing. Saludos desde Tijuana. Oh, saludos, mi amigo. BioLizard would be cool. Something like that would be cool. I could see that maybe being the case. They were teasing like lizards early on, and there's still like other alien creatures. Like, remember Knuckles had like some alien people that came with him to get Robotnik out of the Mushroom Planet? Never really touched upon those people again. So a lot of alien people out there, man. Something could happen. Something could happen. Have a wonderful weekend, Chris and Chet. You too, Elliot. Everybody be nice to Elliot. Elliot is a good man. I'm warning you. Send you to your room. 3C Films, are we going to get Wreck-It Ralph 3? I'm gonna wreck it. That's what he said. I would have said yes. I love that first Wreck-It Ralph movie. I remember going to watch Wreck-It Ralph when it first came out and thinking it was going to be a dumb Disney movie. I was like, this isn't Pixar. What is Disney doing? Leave the animated stuff to Pixar. And just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. That was a great movie. Then Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet came out, and I was so disappointed with that movie. I could not believe how far it fell. I'm maybe exaggerating. It wasn't like a terrible movie, but it was nowhere near as good as the first, and there was like all this other stuff. And I just was let down by that film when I thought it had good potential. So part of me is like, I'd be okay if we don't get Wreck-It Ralph 3, but if they can make it as good as the first, let's have it. Some people said, I like Wreck-It Ralph 2. That's good if you liked it. I was a letdown for me. I thought the first movie was so great. A Scream remake, but Ghostface is supernatural. I like the whole trope that Ghostface is real. That's what makes him scary to me. I mean, that's why I'd be flinching with the guy behind me. You know, could be a real guy in there someday. When do you think we'll get the first trailer for Karate Kid's Legends? Also, were you able to watch the dub of Dragon Ball Daima in theaters? I actually was. Oh, dang, I'm about to do a brother reveal, and he looks nothing like me, guys. So that's already there. And this is also literally the day before he breaks his arm, which was crazy. But we went to go see Dragon Ball Daima because we're both Dragon Ball fans in Cinemark. And yeah, they showed the first 3 episodes. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I wasn't someone that was crazy about Daima, but with Akira Toriyama passing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. This was kind of heartbreaking to me because one of the voice actors who does the English dub was there. The problem was, me and my brother and that voice actor with his wife were the only people in that theater, and I felt so bad because he probably showed up hoping to see a bunch of fans, take photos, talk, and all this stuff. And when I show you the picture of him, you're gonna feel even worse because I felt worse. He voices the old Namekian. I think his name is Navo in the first couple episodes. Really funny character. This is us, right there, the older man. That's the voice actor. And that's my brother. We are half brothers, but we are connected by blood. Both come from my mama. And so, man, I remember the movie ended, and I was like, that was great. That was great. And I just see, I'm like, oh, man, it was only this old couple here with us. And the lady goes, you know, he was in there. He was the voice. And I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. And then as we're walking out and I'm realizing there's no one else here, this couple came here hoping to meet fans and seeing people. I was like, oh man. So my brother and I, we get to like, you know, the end of the exit of the theater, and because they're an older couple, they're slower. And so I stop him and I go, should we like ask for a photo and like all that? I feel bad if we don't. Like, I think that's kind of rude, you know? It's like someone was in the movie or was part of it and you're just like, oh, that's cool. All right, bye. I was like, let's make him feel like the celebrity he is. And so we waited for him. We're like, can we get your picture? Dude, he was so happy. This guy, again, let me show you his face, because like, this sweet guy, just a sweet old man. Voice, I know it's probably not getting it great there, but super sweet old guy with his wife there. And as soon as I was like, can we get a photo? Oh, he got so happy. He started like making a little move and doing the voice and making jokes about his character. I was like, okay, hopefully we made it worth it. Because I was like, imagine if we didn't show up to this screening and we got it for a different time. They would have been all alone in that theater and no fans showed up. Oh, stuff like that breaks my heart. I don't know. Old people, old couples like that. it gets me it gets me emotional. So I was like, I hope I made I literally thought about him the whole day after that. I was like, I hope I made his day. I hope he was fulfilled. I wish more people showed up. There's some 3C lore on you. uh let's see here. Thoughts on Popeye horror movie. The Popeye, yeah, I talked about it earlier in the stream. I'll have timestamps if you want to check back in, but thought I was done with these kid characters turn horror movies, but Popeye, you got me intrigued because I would love to see him actually be a slasher, punching people with his hands. Like that actually seems fun. I sent a super chat a few streams back. You never answered it. What comic book TV show movie are you excited for next year? Sorry, I don't know if I have to update my software or something, but StreamYard lately I feel has been missing or gotten rid of some super chats. I'm sorry. Maybe I have to pull up a separate thing. But yeah, I definitely want to get into that. It says here, what movies are you most excited for next year? Superman for me. Yeah, Superman. If I put away Superman, it's Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four has to be the one that I'm probably most excited for, but Superman is really up there. I'm taking that horror icon turned kid-friendly idea. There you go. I think that's a good idea. And I remember you. You did a little animated edit with my voice. I appreciate that. That was really awesome. That made me laugh. I remember when I saw it. It was about a popcorn bucket. Hey, Chris, I hope you're doing good. Do you think that Bullseye is in the new Daredevil show? It'd be awesome. I think Bullseye is great, and it'd be nice to see him with that Disney money fight against Daredevil, even though it was already pretty cool in the Netflix series. But I don't know. I hope so. It'd be cool. Hey, Chris, you looking forward to Peaky Blinders? I've never seen Peaky Blinders. Maybe it's something I need to check out, but I don't know if it's something that interests me. Why are they peeking through blinds? I need to find out. Would you like a Ratatouille 2? Yes, I would love a Ratatouille 2. I would like it to be Remy has a kid and that kid doesn't want to be a chef. Maybe he wants to be something else, and Remy helps pursue that kid's dream the same way he got his dream and no one believed in him of wanting to be a chef. Or something else. I don't know. Maybe a cockroach who has a competing restaurant. These are just ideas off the top of my head. Pixar, you're free to have them. Did you see Heretic? Was waiting for a review. I know. I apologize. Just like I said, with my brother breaking his arm and all that, it made it difficult to do all this. But I loved it. I really did love it. I really did. It says here. Obey Fulum, your future ruler. Fulum sweep. No, we leave Fulum in the past. He was part of Dragon Ball Evolution. We don't mess with Fruit of the Loom, whatever his name is. Okay. We have here from KZ Wizzy says, hey, Chris, you missed my super chat, man. I'm telling you, I got it. Okay. I see it here now. You were literally one of the first people. It says, Chris, K Wizzy here. Did you study in film school? That was the first. Sorry about that. I don't know why it didn't show up here. But I was going to. I did the whole orientation. I put it on my thing at UNT here in Texas. I was going to be part of film school and I chickened out. I was just like, man, I don't want to go into debt into something that might not get me anywhere. I drank the Kool-Aid of people like Quentin Tarantino and Spielberg and people like that who didn't go to film school and they still made it. I was like, if I really want to, I could just learn this all on my own. But it's still recommended. A lot of other really talented people did go to film school. Ryan Coogler, one person I really respect and admire his work, went to film school, did it all the traditional way, and now look at him, right? So there's benefits to it. I just more was worried about the money problem because I was like, did not want to get in debt and then not find, because also I'm in Texas. Do I really think I'm gonna get a Hollywood movie or something here? I'm gonna direct a commercial for Whataburger probably. Yay. It was such an honor meeting you in person last Thursday at Dallas Cinemark. Me and my brother are huge fans of your content. Oh, it was an honor to meet you. I think I remember you, Carlos. I'm sorry if I had to be quick with you. I was running late for the movie about to start. I always hate when I can never give a fulfilling interaction with a fan, but I do appreciate you. And if I see you again, which I might if you're at these screenings, I'll be sure to give you a longer interaction, my friend. Actually, I'm going to be 21 on November 18th. Oh, so on the 18th, you're not turning 18, you're turning 21. Well, just be safe when you turn 21, because then you're Superman. You're not just a man. You become Superman. Watch Play for Keeps. It's a Gambit fan film. Okay. I'll add that to my list of things to watch. Fan films. Okay. I wonder when the next Poohverse movie is. It's gonna be the Peter Pan movie. I think it was supposed to be at the end of this year. It might be February now of next year. The Peter Pan movie. Then it's the Pinocchio movie, and I think we're then going into Poohniverse. Oh, and the Deer movie, the Bambi movie. When did that? That never came out. I gotta check up on that when that's happening. Paul or dude, come on, Tyson. Tyson all the way. I need him to knock him out, please. Please. It better not be rigged, man. I'll be so pissed. What movie you want to be a parody of Scary Movie 6? I definitely would love them to touch the Halloween franchise just because I'd love for them to make fun of Michael Myers. I want them to touch upon A24 movies, so things like Midsummer, Hereditary would be really cool. Talk to Me could even be on there because I think that's doing well. I do want it to be notable movies that people actually talk about. Not like I know they were bringing up I Know What You Did Last Summer, and no disrespect to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love it. But as far as current day horror movies that are relevant, I Know What You Did Last Summer is not there. We'll see when the new reboot comes out that I am excited for, but I don't think they should waste their time with an I Know What You Did Last Summer parody there. I understand Scream because we just had 2 successful Scream movies. So yes, make fun of Ghostface and the whole Legacy sequel things. Other than that, I'm trying to think of like what other horror movies. Oh yeah, Pennywise, It. That's a new up and comer, and he's also one of the top horror movies. I think he is the top horror movie earner, so it would be smart to do some Pennywise, Stephen King stuff in there. But yeah, that's it. Okay. Just because you're my favorite YouTuber, just want to know your thoughts on Dead Meat. Oh, I love Dead Meat. I think they're great. I respect what they do. I've watched them for so long. I get so jealous of the way they cover movies because I wish I could do retro reviews in the style that they do it. So easily recapping a movie while also informing you on how it's made. Some good jokes in there. Like I strive to be like them in terms of like when I do retro reviews, I want it to be entertaining and informative, but I also don't want to be like I'm copying them, so I have to find my own voice and my own formula. But yeah, I love Dead Meat, and I would love to someday be on their podcast or do something with them, but they're very busy people. Howdy, Chris. I'm the guy who did the 2 Goblin edits. Thought I was too late to submit them, but I'm happy you saw them. Dude, Jord, fantastic job. I was barely laughing. And check out on the Clips channel because I'm going to add my reaction to those on the Clips channel when I open the Goblin helmet. Okay. Superman trailer might play during Lord of the Rings. I could see that. I don't know if that would be the movie. I think it'd have to be a bigger film. What's the biggest film? Honestly, to me, it's Sonic, but could be Mufasa. I think it'll just drop at the beginning of like December. It's part of that Comic-Con that's happening in Brazil, maybe. Have you seen the trailer for the slasher Hard Eyes? Are you excited for Creature Commandos? As much as I love James Gunn, and I'm looking forward to that being the beginning of the DCU, not very excited for it. I'll probably wait to check it out and all that. I definitely think that's something they were making before James Gunn got put in as the head of DC, and then he became the head of DC, and he's like, well, it's my project, so I'm gonna find a way to make it fit the new DC universe when it really was never supposed to. But I'll check it out. I'm sure it'll be at least good because it's James Gunn. And the Hard Eyes, yes, I'm looking forward to it. I just hate that Spyglass is the one doing it. Where would you rank Candyman in terms of horror icons? Well, Candyman himself, super iconic. I mean, he's up there. I don't know if I'd put him on the Mount Rushmore. Just to be honest, respect to Tony Todd, but I mean, there's a reason that original Candyman was really good. And the newest one with Yahab Abdin, I didn't love it as much as I wanted to, unfortunately. So, he's up there. I'd say definitely in the top 10. Definitely in the top 10. Faux show. All right, let's see here. I believe that is the end, guys. Okay, I have a date with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. This is the end of the stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank all you people who tune in and watch me. I'm still trying to get the hang of this, but it is time for the Mind Goblin to take over. Spider-Man. Yes. We ruin him and the city. Join me, and together. I'm forgetting the Goblin lines. I'm gonna Google the iconic Goblin movie quotes. I don't even know what he said. Strong enough to have it all, too weak to take it. That was a good one. I like that one. What's another good Goblin line? Feed me, chat, as we say goodbye. This is the ending of the chat. All right, let's see here. Godspeed, Spider-Man. Just trying to get all the lines in there so people can use them. The people of this city. Well, what does it say? They hate you, the people of this city. Eventually, they'll turn on you. They love to see a hero fall. I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. I forget the rest after that. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what else. I know he wasn't wearing the helmet when he said this, but still, let's just do it. You can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed? I love the Mind Goblin. Oh, I got the Mind Goblin on me. Okay, guys, I got to go. Let's go, guys. Let's have some fun. And don't forget, Mind Goblin, these nuts.